good job in it. I actually really like the 2010. I don't know why people talk shit about it. Anthony Mackie, no. Anthony Mackie would have been swimming around in someone's ball sack about that time. Or maybe not. I don't know. He could be our age. We were. That also would have been way too early for us. We were just a glint in our father's eyes. So was Anthony Mackie. Billy D. Williams. No, not Lando Calrissian. I the smoothest man in the galaxy. God damn it, man! What is his name? Like I can see his face, and I every time I see him in something, he's always the same guy. What movie? The Thing. He's the black guy from the classic one. John Carpenter. Carl Weathers? Is that his name? I guess that's his name. I was thinking of something else. Carl Weathers is the guy from Predator. The one who shoots the gun wildly. Does the Arnold handshake. He's also Apollo Creed and Rocky. Yeah. It's Keith. Oh, Keith David. Does it say Keith Childs? He might be. Look up Keith David. Is it the same guy? Although I could be wrong. He has like the same. Oh yeah, Keith David. Okay, yeah, there we go. Yeah, dude. Every time you see him, he's like he does the same. He's always like an army general or like a sergeant or like a strict dad. You right. He's also he gets in the fight with Roddy Rod Piper and they live where South Park made fun of them where they fight in the alley. Ooh. Sneaky motherfucker. Oh, oh man, just I'm sorry, man. He's like every Jason Statham movie. He's always the same guy. Or the Rock, dude. Yeah, he's literally always the same guy. I mean, that's not bad. Gets a lot of work, but he's like legit always the same. He's like a mob boss. He's like a general. He's like the head of an agency. He's always just that figurehead guy in everything. But he's cool. I like him. He's solid in everything he does. It's just like he's always the same thing. Yeah, he's good at what he does. He knows his niche and he's got it. He's the guy you go to when you need someone of authority. Dude, didn't Jason Statham do like that I Spy or something like that? Like a comedy spy movie? Jason Statham is always a retired something that says, I don't do that anymore. And ends up doing it because of reasons. Dude, yep. That's pretty much in all five expendables. We don't do that anymore. You promised me one more job. I said one more job. You like to. We all like to have a new girl and you want to buy her things, right? Damn it, I hate that you say that. Alright, I'm in. By the way, Sinners Until Dawn. I've heard Sinners is doing pretty good. I heard Until Dawn was definitely I want to see him. I think I'll go see him on bargain days. So Tuesday. No spoils here, but I. Yeah. We were talking it up that one weekend we were hanging out. From what I saw, it did look pretty goddamn interesting, but I'll trust your word. He was hyped. I. It is a vampire movie, and we know how those tend to go. I have an unbiased review of Until Dawn because I have zero knowledge of the lore. So my review is neutral good. Yeah, I I have streamed. No, actually, I don't think I've ever streamed the game. I played the game twice, and I've done every single game that they've made after that. Supermassive that are pretty much done in the Until Dawn style, and the games are like they alright. They're good. What makes them better is that you can play them with friends, so that your friend says something like, "You piece of shit! You didn't even try to save me. Fuck you." And then you're like, "Damn." That's what I get from missing my button prompt. It's the shenanigans that makes those games great. But like, by yourself, solo watch, they're all good. So, should I try to see it outside of a matinee, or definitely wait for like Discount Tuesday? Do like a double feature, or should I just like straight up wait till like they come to, I don't know, Paramount Plus, HBO Max, or just Max? I don't even know what it's called anymore. I don't know, thinking about it. You gotta watch it now. I need to talk to you about some scenes. Oh, there we go. Now I gotta watch it for science. Talking about Until Dawn, though, right? Or both. Sinners and Until Dawn. Dude. I have a feeling they heavily reference a certain animated Cartoon Network show. Until Dawn. Yeah, I'll see it. It seemed interesting. I did reactions to the trailers, and I was like, alright. Seems like it'll be a solid time. I'm not expecting great things. The last spooky movie. I don't know. The Conjuring. That's a lie. I want to say I saw Evil Dead Begins or Rises. Evil Dead Rises. Which is apparently supposed to get a sequel. But no new news on that. And may he, R.I.P., may he rest in power. Not dead, just retired. Bruce Campbell is no longer doing, well, he'll be Ash in video game form or audio form, just not in movie form. I would rate Sinners above Until Dawn. Okay, that's kind of like the general consensus, I think. I haven't read reviews or seen anything or looked into it at all from anyone anywhere, but word of mouth, you know how it travels. People are like, yeah, Sinner's good. Until Dawn, alright. That's all I need. Like I said, I've learned something about myself. My guilty pleasure is just watching really horrible movies. And I'm not talking about so bad that they're good. The bad ones that are just straight up bad. Although I do enjoy the bad ones that are so bad that they're good. Fucking my tolerance for bad movies is just, I don't know where I get it from. I have a massive amount of patience. I'm a glutton for punishment. I don't know. But yeah. I gotta what is the, if the Oscars is like the pinnacle of movies, what's the one that's the worst? Where it's like, oh man, this one got like 5 golden I don't even know. Got like 5 golden beer mugs or beer steins. Yes, the Razzies. Thank you, my mug brother. The Razzies. I'm surprised I don't watch that ceremony. Like, I think the thing that introduced me to it was when I watched Adam Sandler do like the Eddie Murphy thing where he plays everyone in the film except Adam Sandler only played 2 people, Jack and Jill. and Al Pacino was in it for some reason. I got all the way to the end of the movie, and then like we're gonna show you, and Shaquille O'Neal was in it too. I think. I kid you not. I made it all the way through the movie, and Adam Sandler's like, "Yeah, we shot the movie. Let's show you." He shows it to Al Pacino. It's like a huge meta fourth wall breaking. He's like, "That was the movie," and it's like, "Yeah, what do you think?" Oh, that was a piece of shit. Don't ever show that to anyone. I was like that. Yeah, that's how I feel about this. That's like when. Oh man, what's that other Adam Sandler movie with Andy Samberg, where like he's his son? That one was pretty bad too. Like Come Here Boy or Good Boy or something like that, or My Boy. He does like the Boston accent the entire. Oh, that's my son. Oh, you get him. You gotta. Yeah, cause you made me get us tattoo of the new kids on the block when I was 7. Hey, look at it now. Here's your award. I don't remember that one. Neither do I, but I know I watched it. As I said, my mom is a fan of like every Adam Sandler movie. They're all good in her eyes. Just some are more gooder. But that one was like particularly rough. Although they did get Vanilla Ice for like the end. Spoilers. Vanilla Ice is in the movie. It was that was definitely one of the movies where it's like he had fun making it. It just wasn't fun watching it. It was like right before I think that movie, and then he had to redeem himself, so we did Uncut Gems, which I still have to see. People tell me all the time, it's like, that's one of his best movies. You haven't watched it? Like, no, I'm too busy watching his worst. But I really need to watch that one. People tell me that's like so far his non-comedic serious role. He didn't get an Oscar, but I think he got nominated. Yeah, that's Jack and Jill, and that one with Andy. Bro, Click. Dude, Click. That one holds up. I've seen that one a few times. Dude, how could you make something funny and sad at the same time? Going into the way beyond section. What are you doing here? I'm just looking for a remote, universal remote, to control my TV. Got those here. But what I do have is the newest model. Solve all your problems. This remote doesn't just control your TV, Michael. It controls the whole universe. Oh man, little Nicky. Dude, that's another one I used to quote all the time. Ask Adrian. No, Nicky. You can't act tough, brother. Even the voice inside your head has a speech impediment. Get in the flask. How about this? How about I enjoy peppermint schnapps and you go see Dad? Don't do this, Adrian. Dude, that guy just dances. Remember when I told you all that there wasn't a hell? And I think he spins around as the Pope. Well, I lied. There is a hell. And you're all going to go there. And it's going to be bad. And then it cuts to the, I'm so horny. I'm so horny. Not as bad as that. but still pretty bad. Yeah, do him with this. What if you kill me? I'll just go back to heaven. Not if you do something. Cover what's his name in bees, the fawns. Eh. Sorry. Harry Wrinkler. Ah, the bees. Dad. I think that was the last movie with what's his name? Super famous comedian from like the 60s, 70s. I get no respect. Even in hell, I get no respect. I've dishonored the comedy gods for not remembering his name. See him in Caddyshack? I just can't remember his name. He's one of like the Godfathers. The Godfathers of comedy. No respect. I get no respect. God damn it, what's his name? I like how that was pretty much an Adam Sandler verse. Just Chubbs showed up. Oh yeah, that's right. Chubbs was in there. He was like, wasn't he doing like the conga? It's all in the hips. The conga line in heaven. Yeah, the grandpa. Hey, you can't take the seat of hell over my dead body. He just pushes his grandpa. I get no respect. Rodney Dangerfield. God damn it, right as you said it too. I get no respect. I remember him from like his animated thing that they showed on Cartoon Network back in the day, but yeah. Rodney Dangerfield, he's a legend. Dude, man. National Lampoon's movies. Now that we're on the topic of comedies. National Lampoon's Vacation, European Vacation, Las Vegas Vacation. The Vacation movie that they did like in 2010, 2011. All good times. We're the Griswolds. Just fucking Christmas Vacation. All of those movies are worth watching. One of my favorite, more neutral, funny movies has got to be Emperor's New Groove. Boom, baby. Ah, here in David Spade. That is a good one. That's straight up there. Crunk, bro. Dude, yeah, Patrick Warburton. What are the chances that those secret stairs would lead me right here? It's all coming together. Did you eat my acorn? Squeaky squeak. Do you have a new acorn? Dude, man. Dude, crazy. Dude, Brock Sampson, man. He's awesome. Patrick Warburton. He had that one. Dude! You know Men in Black 1 and 2 are good. I don't know about the one after that. I think they did 3. I don't even think they called it 3. I haven't seen it, but Men in Black 1 and 2. I also remember quoting those, like, specifically all the time. Especially the second one. I think the second one is more comedic than the first. Where's Agent K? Agent K is happily retired. I'm his replacement, Agent J. Alright, if you ain't gonna tell us where K is, break him. Ah, shit. Nah, don't break me. Ah! K comes back. K, go for the mosh tentacles. Pulls a guy's chin tentacles, launches him through the ceiling. Tries to kick a guy in the balls. K. He's a ball chinian. Oh. Jumps like 10 feet in the air, kicks a guy in his ball chins. Out of nowhere, man. Out of nowhere. That shit always gets me. Jumping like 20 feet. It was the same thing in Mr. Deeds, man. Dude, I love Mr. Deeds. Mr. Deeds. Easy with that Longfellow. Dude, I haven't seen 3. Yeah. Dude, Rush Hour, 1, 2, and 3 are all good. Are all Dude, man, motherfucking Demkara. Every time I beat a game, he ain't gonna be in, he ain't gonna be in Final Fantasy 16. Ah, he shot your daddy, Lee. Kill him. Shoot him right now. Ah, gotta. Yeah, I am. I'm Michael Jackson. You Toto. You mean Tito. Madison Square Garden. Pretty much anything Jackie Chan. Dude, he's just like always has like comedic undertones in all of his movies, man. It's up there though. Dude, I saw Jackie Chan recently in a movie from like 2 or 3 years ago. I forget what it was. Man, he got old. Just saying. Dude. Dude, I recently, ever since you sent me that link of Jackie, I rewatched an entire like 2 seasons of Jackie Chan Adventures. That shit, so good. Oh, after his punch. Oh, Jackie, where is Jade? She's in her room studying, Uncle. Look again, Jackie. Oh, where is Jade? You talking about Bollywood? Bollywood Jackie Chan still holds up right. Oh yeah. You Bollywood Jackie Chan. Hey man, he got the job done. Produced by Jackie Chan, just not starring Jackie Chan. Except for the last 10 seconds. Dear Jackie, what do you do to work out? Jackie always strong. Jackie do 50 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, Muay Thai, always working out in between films, stunt double, work out in my dreams, always work out, health good. After the 2020, he did Bollywood movies. Dude. Yeah. Oh man, the tuxedo with Jackie Chan. Rush Hour though are like the pinnacle. They're up there. Dude, Shanghai Nights. The medallion. Stay stay in school, cause Jackie says so. Dude. That's up there with like The Rock doing the Tooth Fairy or like fucking yo family. Fucking Don Cornello. What's his fucking name? Drifter King. Why am I blanking, man? I have such a horrible. He's Groot. Guardians of the Galaxy. Vin Diesel. Fucking doing the what was it? The babysitter or the pacifier or something like that. Everyone, fucking twins. Arnold Schwarzenegger, Danny DeVito. What are you trying to say? That we're twins, we're brothers. Not only are we brothers, we're twins. Fucking kindergarten cop. Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Play a little game called Who's Your Daddy? What does he do? Dude, the last action hero. That movie, Danny DeVito's in that too. I'll tell you what. You know, you don't want to know how I know your life is a movie. You just talk to a talking cat. Yes, and I'll have to do it again next week when it comes back in. Twins, man. Dude, they're still trying to get the sequel triplets with him, Danny DeVito, and Eddie Murphy. Twins is great. Oh, that's like a childhood classic. We're brothers. We're not just brothers. We're twins. Oh man, his comedies. Those are. I think those are the big ones. think he's done any. The latest comedy movie I approve of is. Food. I like honestly can't remember. I know I've seen some, but they were like during the pandemic, and I'm like, that's just a fucking blur. But I know there were comedy movies like in the last 5 years. I just can't remember them because a majority of them were like in in the begone time where we as an entire society agreed to forget that entire 3 years of existence. But I know there were funny things. I know there were straight up just comedy movies for the sake of comedy. Again, super happy that The Naked Gun comes out in August. I will be there. That's a might not be a day one, but that is a weekend. Like I will see that opening weekend for sure. Will Ferrell, Rachel McAdams, dude. Game night with Jason Bateman and Rachel McAdams. What are you doing with my egg? Oh, you have one of these too? Or no, it's like, oh, you have one of these too? What the fuck are you doing with my egg? The fuck are you? You all know me. I'm the CEO of Cyberdyne Industries. You slept. Just tell me, who did you sleep with? Was it Bill Nye the Science Guy? I watched The Naked Gun on cheap night with the guys. Dude, hell yeah. Alright, I'll save it for cheap night. That is a movie you get to see once. Give it like you see it again at the end of the year for like a recap. Or like that one friend who hasn't seen it. You're like, fuck it. I'll see it again. That's how we are up to date with everything. By the way, we go to the movies every Tuesday at around 9ish if you want to tag along. Hell yeah. Dude, that's discount night. I feel you. Sign me up for a Naked Gun. I'll definitely Tuesday night that. I can't think of... I will definitely, if we go see Fantastic Four... that I will definitely Tuesday night that. Movies coming out. We'll see. I'm dreading watching Fantastic Four. Yeah. The first trailer had me hype. Second trailer, I think it's because I've seen too much. I'm like, I don't want to see anymore. Let me just fucking see the movie. I'm like, I don't know. I thought the second one would like, all right. Yep. But I was like, I think it was like that weird shot of seeing Pedro Pascal stretch his arm. I'm like, maybe it'll look better in motion instead of just like 3 seconds of an awkward stretching man. I like how the thing looks. I'm cool with again, I don't know any of the actors' names. I've seen them in other things. The guy from Stranger Things. The cool guy that shouldn't have died in that last season of Stranger Things. Eddie Munson. That's the Human Torch. I think that's fine. I'm okay with it. I'm okay with the casting. I'm okay with how they look. That's super accurate to the comics. I'm okay with the time period being another universe. I think Galactus is going to be like a big baby. I'm even cool with the female Silver Surfer. I don't know, man. I feel like it's gonna be like a stepping stone movie because obviously we already know that they're gonna be in Doomsday with like 28 other superheroes that nobody else kind of wants to see, other than the X-Men. I'm ready to see the X-Men in Doomsday. Although the theory is that they're all gonna get killed off in like the first 10 minutes. Yeah, that franchise is destined to fail, man. At the moment, the Jessica Alba Fantastic Four is the best. What bugs me is how old They casted them, man. I mean, well, technically the Thing is a CG character, but I mean, we do get to see Ben Grimm in human form for whatever point. Pedra's pretty old. I don't know about Invisible Woman. She looks aight. I assume Eddie Munson's actor, Johnny Storm, he looks young enough. I don't know who's playing Galactus. Isn't what's his name fucking John Malkovich in that movie? I could have sworn I saw a trailer and John Malkovich was like, "Is the movie over? Gonna come out now?" They were like, "Who the hell is he? The Mole Man? The Undermire? It's that fucking guy from The Incredibles." I am beneath you, but no one is beneath me. We'll have to see. I don't know. Dude, did you hear that Blade got canceled? They couldn't even fucking figure out the Daywalker. Marsala Ali is, I guess, permanently... What? Yeah. It's been in development hell. It's gone through like 3 directors. It's gone through 2 rewrites. And Kevin Feige took it off of the... If it happens, it ain't gonna happen for like 5 years. But a bunch of people who were like, yeah, I was doing costume design and we were getting ready to shoot that movie, and all of a sudden they're like, yep, we're not doing that anymore. Or they were getting ready to start shooting that movie this year and enter pre-production. Well, yeah, hopefully start shooting sometime this year, probably at the end, and then they all kind of like, Kevin Feige's like, yeah, your services are no longer needed. Terminate. Too much Blade got canceled. Too much red tape, man. Well, people that are in the know with the project say it got canceled. Kevin Feige says we're just not ready to do it yet. Like, he's committed. There's only been 2 fuck-ups in the MCU. Well, there's been more than 2. But there's been 2 movies that have straight up taken it up the arse. One of them wasn't even a movie. I bet you all forgot about the Inhumans on ABC. That was a steaming pile of shoes. Nice. Y'all like to wipe the Inhumans from your memory. But yeah. Did the New Mutants count too? Dude, no, that was still Fox. Marvel has never done... The closest Kevin Feige's done to a X-Men movie was Deadpool and Wolverine, which was hella good. New Mutants was, it was interesting. It was neither good nor bad. Don't... For those that haven't seen it, you're not missing out on much. Some interesting things, but it was like a... Literally just with the trailers, it's like an insane asylum for mutants. And not the good ones either. Although Magic was pretty cool through Soul Sword. Dude, Eternals though. I forgot about that. Yeah. Oh yeah, that was the other one that took it up the arse. People were like, Eternals makes Thor Ragnarok. No, that's the good Thor. What's the Thor people don't like? For a long time, that was the weakest MCU movie. Thor, the Dark... Yes, thank you, the Dark World. Eternals made Thor the Dark World look good. I still remember, dude. Oh, by the way, they're making a John Wick 5. Unrelated, but... I just remember joking in the movie. This guy said he's gonna kill himself. How the fuck is he gonna kill himself? What's he gonna do? fly into the sun, and then like 30 seconds later, we see him fly into the sun. We're like, we were joking. Oh man. Oh dude, the Black Middle movie. Dude, that was a pandemic movie. I know I've seen it, but I don't remember. I'm sure it was I don't remember. Was that the only one to come out during the pandemic? Because Endgame was pre-pandemic. That was like 2019. They finished their magnum opus like right before COVID hit. It was like May 2019. I'm 6 months later to 7 months later, shit hit the fan. Was Wakanda Forever good? Nah, that was aight. Thor: Love and Thunder, that one was also aight. Cut the jokes on that one were they just I don't know. They leaned a little too hard in the comedic angle. Like that movie needed to be just a little bit more serious. But they used the Ragnarok formula and was fresh then, so just not good a second time around. Wakanda Forever was okay. It was aight. Worth a watch. It's not bad. For that movie having to be rewritten and not be postponed because Chadwick Boseman passed away and they continued it, I give him props. We'll never know what the original script was because obviously our king was supposed to be, it was supposed to still be about him, but he passed away in real life, so they killed his character off and passed the mantle. Wasn't really a, that was the Deadpool said it best. The multiverse thing isn't working. Yeah, I never saw that one. Because R.I.P. Chadwick. Yeah. Iron Man 3 is a good Tony Stark movie, just a bad Iron Man movie. I'm one of the few people that like that movie. But it is hella focused on Tony Stark. If you're not a fan of the man behind the Iron Mask, you're not gonna like it. There was also a lot of hype because it was the first movie to follow the Avengers. But went to go see it with like really high expectations and hype, and a lot of character development. Very little Iron Man. It's like the first Godzilla 2017. No, Godzilla 2014. Godzilla movie with only 15 minutes of Godzilla in it. It's like, for a Godzilla movie, you'd think they'd want more than 15 minutes of Godzilla. I asked chat, got to the list worst. Oh, I asked ChatGPT to list the worst of the MCU. Probably Thor, The Dark World, Eternals, maybe The Incredible Hulk. Thor: Love and Thunder. Not bad, it's just not good either. Aight. That was it. Definitely the aight phase of the MCU. Yeah, Thor: The Dark World's a number 2. Thor is number 1. He'll also be coming back for Doomsday. Oh, dude, Ant-Man Quantumania. Right. The movie was supposed to have a big setup for Kang before Majors exited the MCU. And now, that movie doesn't even... That kind of also fooked Loki Season 2, because those were huge, setting up Kang the Conqueror plot devices, we'll say. And now that we're no longer doing that, it's like, well, those movies, you really need to watch them at this point. Yep, Incredible Hulk, 2008 at number 4. He cites his sources. Alright, yeah. Worth a watch, but it's like... What about the Marvels? The Marvels has got to be down there. That was like the first one that... It didn't tank, but like, alright. Things are definitely not looking good for superhero movies right now. And he cites his sources. And comedic, but just was alright. Wasn't terrible, wasn't good, just aight. Wise. I really should rank the MCU first. That should definitely be a thing I do. Sometime. I just need to do more rankings of random things. Dude. Yep, the Eggo MCU tier. Dude, hell yeah. I don't even know what the hell this... What are we in, like, phase 6 or 7 now? It was the multiverse. Well, no. I guess it's always been the multiverse. Since after Endgame. I only know that there's everything up to Endgame and then post Endgame. Shang-Chi, good. Deadpool, Wolverine, great. Everything else, we'll have to see. I hear Thunderbolts is actually reviewing pretty good. Find out. I'm just intrigued, and I'm very skeptical, but I just want to know if Fantastic Four is just going to be good. Just straight up, just like, yeah, it was good. Alright. Well, I'll be damned. They did it. I'm not expecting that to be like 10 out of 10 amazing, but I'm just like, okay, it's good. Alright. We've raised the bar slightly. Dude, do a DC at... Oh, man. That's gonna be like... Fuck. I will straight up do a DC animated list. Sorry, animated tier list. Hell yeah. Are we gonna go like from the 90s all the way to like current day? Or are we gonna like break it down from like... Because I know those movies definitely have like their universe... Like, I know from, like, 2010 to, like, 2017, 18 was its universe. There's the Bruce Timm verse. That's, like, Batman, the animated series, Superman, the animated series, Justice League, Unlimited, Justice League. There's a few movies in there. Batman Beyond, Return of the Joker. Every standalone comic book that they adapted into a graphic novel. They were really hot, I'd say like right around 2016 when they started doing some of like the modern DC comic book storylines into movies. They are still good, just... You could see that they started the animation. Just started not to be so fluid. Outsourcing to the, what is it, the Taiwanese, Korean animation studios. Dude! Again, unrelated, off... Now that we're all... Actually, no, it is kind of related. Dude, Batman Mask of the Phantasm. I still remember when we showed that for a movie night. Back in the Society days. That movie fucking... That shit's great. I watch that every... Yep, Justice League Unlimited. Instant S tier. Hell yeah, dude. That's like the blueprint. That's what Marvel did in movies... DC did in an animated series on the television scale. Not to mention what they did with the whole CW verse, which is another thing, which also has certain animated movies. But, Dude, though, Batman Beyond Return of the Joker. They changed the Joker's death scene. I have the VHS with the original scene before it got edited for general audiences. It was PG-13, and then they changed how he dies to make it rated G. The original, he electrocutes himself to death. And then they were like, that's too dark. We're not getting the money for the kids. Change how he dies. And then he dies by the bang gun in the edited version. Yep, I heard about that, dude. Rank the CW. Oh, dude, man. Not gonna lie, the CW did have a pretty damn good run. Impressive for what they did. Again, animated television shows. Obviously, not all of it was like good all the time, but damn, were the highs high and some of the lows low. But I would definitely, I was in. That was a roller coaster of emotions. W-verse, the Berlantiverse, also what they call it. Ooh, and Smallville? That's like a rate the season's favorite episodes tier list kind of thing. That shit, damn, man. That was still at a time when, like, I feel like the entire the entire nation was watching Smallville together before the internet took hold of like of like Reddit becoming a thing and then, like, people like just openly discussing. That's like, you could watch that show with your family and you watched every week, and you went to school and you talked about what you saw. Or you went to work and you talked about what you saw. Instead of just watching a streamer talk about it, like, yeah. And then you shared what you thought about it in the comment section. That was like, you actually fucking talked to people, socialized. What a time, man. What a time. That Lana Lang, though. Dude. For real. She hasn't done anything since. I know Tom Welling has done some stuff. Guy who plays Michael Rock. Oh, fuck. What's his name? The guy who played Lex Luthor. I know he did this. Dude, Sorority Boys. That's another good comedy. Michael Rosenbaum, I think is his name. Lex Luthor. He's done a bunch of stuff. I just remember Lana Lang being Chun-Li in The Legend of Chun-Li. And we don't talk about that movie. Talk about movies that are so bad they're good. Ooh, Lucy Lawless and Evil Dead. Ash versus the Evil Dead. Damn, man. I do legit. Okay, before I go back to the DC thing, legit have shower thoughts missing that show. Where it just, they got Stars canceled them, so they're like, all right, you gotta wrap up your story in like half a season. So they literally had to come up with something like during the middle of production. And that, the way they ended it was great, but fuck, what they were building up to easily could have had like another season or something. Like, okay, we'll give you a wrap up season, but they had to wrap up in the middle of the season they were. That's TV though, man. Streaming wars. That's like the beginning of Netflix. Like, well, none of you watched it enough, so we're canceling this. We're canceling this show. It's like, fuck. Yeah, dude, man. That's like my dad. My dad is the one who introduced me to Evil Dead. Loves Army of Darkness, and he loved Bruce Campbell and Hercules: The Legendary Journeys with Kevin Sorbo. Also, Lucy Lawless as Xena, the warrior princess. Dude, that's another thing I should rank. But yeah. Ash, stop being a bitch and start being a jefe. Pablo, what do I do? The way I see it, jefe, you're an eagle. You need to fly. Caw-caw. Right. You're right, Pablo. Hope for me so. Oh man, god damn it, so sad. Didn't even get like a comic book graphic novel continuation. Although there's plenty of Evil Dead comics. I feel like they reboot that series like every like 7 or so years. Bruce Campbell also really burn notice. Hercules. He's in a bunch of random things. He's dude, he's in Sky High. He's the coach, Coach Boomer. Sidekick. Dude, Marvel Zombies versus Evil Dead. Hell yeah. I'm pretty sure I've read that. Telling you, man, it's crossed over with a bunch of stuff. Comics, they go ham with the material. But to take it back to DC really quick, there's a show called DC Infinite or something. Art style is atrocious. It's that CG 3D model, but it's a really bad CG 3D model. But okay, here's the premise, and it's currently going on right now. You should be able to watch it on like Tubi or HBO Max, whatever, DC Infinite, whatever, if that streaming service is still a thing. Basically, they're doing the Telltale thing. So they have a show, and during the show, while you watch it, you download their app to the show. And when you're watching I don't know, Batman will be fighting Bane, and then in the middle of the show, you get a QR code, and you scan with your phone, and you get to vote for what happens, like a story like Batman will remember that. And you basically decide what happens in like either the next episode or like 5 episodes from now. So basically, they're producing a show while the audience is voting on what they want to see happen in the show. It's its own universe. I think it's like Universe 28, 21 or something like that. Instead of giving them numbers just like Marvel did. But they're barely on like episode 6. And the audience dictates. It's like, do we kill or save Jason Todd? You decide. And they come out bi-weekly or weekly, I forget. But they're like 6 or 7 episodes in. I don't know when new episodes air, but dude, give it a shot. Tell me what you think. I was like, I like the idea. Right? Like, I really like the idea. And then I'm like, okay, now I understand why you have god-awful animation. Well, let me walk that back. It's not god-awful, but it is, like, really... it is, like, very, like... They have to do this thing fucking quick to keep up with, like, what the audience decides to do. And you get, like, 2 or 3 choices to make throughout an episode. And again, it's self-contained. I don't want to say too much on the basis because I've only seen an episode, but I was like, why does this thing look so cheap? And I'm like, oh, it's because of like, it's fucking dude, Spaceballs. That's another good comedy. What the fuck am I looking at? You're looking at Spaceballs on video cassette? Yes, they're called instant cassettes. They're out before the movie is finished. Nah, it's a new breakthrough in home video marketing. Dude, some YouTube channels. I didn't think they'd get that risky. Yeah, I'm surprised that they even gave them, like... It's like I think it's like a comic book artist came up with the concept, and he was like, what do you guys feel about that? And they basically gave him some rules, or like, okay. It's like, they were pretty cool from... the understanding, doing some research about it, like you'll have your own universe so that like people can actually die or live depending on what the audience chooses. Some people can't die. Air quotes didn't see me make. Some things can't happen. Like, can't show this, you can't do that. But otherwise, they gave him his own universe, free reign. It's self-contained. It won't affect like the main continuity of like where comic books happen or the DC animated universe, which also just ended. They ended another one to the Tomorrowverse, which was also pretty good. Um, but yeah, they're like 24 minutes long, so they're not. You know, I guess they're average, typical like anime are cartooned by today's standards, 24 minutes long. No commercials. But yeah, you get to affect the story. I I've I liked the concept, and I'm like, that's new. No one else is doing this. But the cost of being able to fluidly adapt to what the audience wants or chooses takes a hit to the quality of the animation. It's very like I don't know. I'd say it's like PS3 graphics. Maybe not. I don't you know what? It's early Rooster Teeth. It's like Rooster Teeth year 1. It's like yeah. It's like those badass yeah, it's like the trailer for Ruby before Ruby became like an actual thing. So it's like that level of animation. The voice acting is a little a little stiff, but I'm like it's interesting for the fact that they're making it as we go with audience input as like the thing, the gimmick. So, I'm interested to see how it finishes, and I definitely want to catch up and maybe do like a watch along or something where we all vote and talk about it because it is interesting. It hasn't been done outside of video games, and even when video games do that, it takes them like 6 months. Some YouTube channels came up with that when they came up with the annotation buttons. Dude, I remember that. I do remember that. But technically, I guess this is like that. But again, it's like straight up just like a new episode with like, all right, instead of the studio giving you red, you know, the executives say they need more Batman. It's the audience saying, like, it's literally us watching it saying we want more Batman. They want more Batman, give them more Batman. So, I mean, I don't know. People could be trolling, but I think it's a very, very cool idea. Especially if they could find a way to like bump up the quality of animation just a little bit. They don't even need to get crazy. Like again, it's like year 1 Rooster Teeth quality, which is watchable, but it's like okay, you guys are definitely like you worked Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and you had this thing ready by Friday. You guys had Thursday off. One guy like checked it to make sure it was coherent. Not gonna lie, I actually liked OG Ruby. Dude, me too. I never watched this show. I assume it's like on season 10 or something. I watched all the trailers. The hype for that thing was cool. I watched like a few episodes of like when it became an actual show, and I was like, I think I'm good. I like to hear me out. I like them better without voices. Call me crazy, but y'all were better when you had no dialogue and it was all action. It had that kind of garage band feel, like Diamond in the Rough feel. It was one of those series where the older guys would be like, "Got heart, kid." No, still haven't watched the DMC series. I should probably start that tomorrow. I was gonna do it last weekend, but I was partying for raisins. We'll leave it at that. But I do need to. Again, I've only heard some people like it. Some people say it's aight. Look for the Capcom callbacks. The music will either I'll like it or I won't, but it's definitely a unique feel. It's only what 12 episodes. This is Adi Shankar, so yeah, later seasons got to. I don't know. It lost the it lost the plot, man. Yeah, went a completely different direction from where it started. Yeah, I was like, I don't know. I liked it better with the trailers for introducing characters. I'm like, oh, this is gonna be a thing. Well, if it's like this, it'll be awesome. But then they started talking about problems in life, school, and I was like, and for that reason, I'm out. And then that kick-ass intro. This is gonna be the day. I don't want a revolution. Fighting evolution. This is what the day we're waiting for. Send your cat meme at the table hissing. Yeah, the music was good. Soundtrack is great. I was never there for the storyline. I just wanted to see the waifus do their scythe, staff, sword, punch, kick combos, and did do that. But they also tried to just create something. Also, the guy, I forget his name. It's Monty something. The creator of Ruby, and like all those badass like Tifa versus Aerith versus Yuffie versus Yuna, like collage battles. He passed away, so he actually didn't get to actually begin production on like the series. He just did all the build up and the trailers, and then in honor of him, they decided to like, no, we got to do it for him. He's like Rooster Teeth like legacy, and we're like popular because he got us exposure, and we helped get him like famous. So again, but without the original creator there to like, this is what I want, this is where we're gonna go, this is, you know, and you hand it off to people and all you have is notes and ideas. See how it takes someone's baby and then someone else raises it, becomes a different baby. I don't know, but yeah, pretty sure it has like a fighting game or like a beat 'em up game. I remember them Ruby girls crossing over with something. Maybe it was Guilty Gear. No, it was BlazBlue, right? Aren't they in BlazBlue? All of them? Yep. Pretty much where Dragon Ball is after Akira died. Yeah, I did catch up with Daima. It was cool to see Goku and Vegeta do certain things, but I was like, alright. As I tier list is from lowest to highest. GT, Daima, Dragon Ball, Z, and Super. Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, and Super. Those are the pillars. And then I guess I would have to start rating all the movies after that, but Grand Tour, then Daima, then Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Z. Whatever they decide to do next without Akira Toriyama's approval. Because money. and Bandai Namco needs to make another Dragon Ball game. Or they'll lose the license. Yeah. Okay, yeah, Blaze cross tag battle. Alright. I'm like, I remember them being, they either got their own fighting game or they were in, like, crossover character in a fighting game. Alright. Glad I remembered that. That's like the last, I think that was still when everyone was like hyped about it, and then the hype died down. Only the hardest of the hardcore watch. If that show didn't already finish, I don't know. Rooster Teeth is now defunct, so I honestly don't know. Although, to be fair, I know like 2 years ago, Ruby crossed over with Justice League. So I know Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, and the Flash went over to the universe, and then the Ruby Girls went over to the DC universe. I was like, well, that's interesting. But I no longer care. I no longer care about Ruby. So, so you lost me. Yeah, it didn't finish. Okay, well, there you go. Ah, they sold it to Viz Media. Okay. And Viz is like, I know the big English distributor of anime and manga. Pretty much for like the US, Canada, Southern America, probably. They be sitting on that One Piece, Naruto, Dragon Ball, and uh, I don't know, whatever else is hot. I know My Hero Academia finished. Anime finishes this year. Tsukaizen finished last year. Assume the anime will finish, if not this year, next year. Uh, what are the kids doing now? What are the kid? What's all the rage with the kids now? Now that everything that I've cared about is either dead or finished. There, they're on that they're like Shin-chan, right? Shin-chan is still cool with the youths. they're they're the kids are foaming at the mouth for another bring back actually another one on the topic of anime. Watanabe-san, the director of